grab your gears, let's gather round. An adventure is always waiting. This storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. If you have missed it, there's some extra excitement in my voice. You'll know why in just a moment. However, we have some special guests in the studio. I will not introduce them just quite yet because I want to make sure that you are up to speed with some very important things, especially the upcoming service. The Ivor Walters Primary School will start their 60th anniversary celebrations on Monday under the theme Growth, Excellence, Academic and Athletic Legacy. IWPS turns 60, and so on Monday at 9 a.m. all roads lead to the Nevis Performing Arts Center. The dress code is semi-formal, and we know what the Ivor Walters Primary School color is, the Mustangs, so make sure that you put on at least a touch of maroon and celebrate with the Maroon Mustangs as they celebrate their 60th anniversary. So join all past, present, maybe even future students of the Home of the Stars. Be there, and you know that they always do it in grand style. So make sure that you join them in worshiping and giving God thanks, and it will be a memorable occasion. Great news for our students this week, and maybe not so great for the parents, but for the students and their teachers, we have 2 public holidays, so you'll be at home for 2 days this week, and that is the last time that you'll have some time at home before the midterm break, and so you'll have that time to recoup and to get yourself together to forge ahead for the rest of this term. As I said at the beginning, we have some special guests in the studio. They're so beautiful. They're so radiant. You can just tell that they have so much to offer. And so I won't tell you who they are. Why? Because they will. We'll turn over to our special guests this morning.
I am 14-year-old Shani Flynn, your contestant number 1. In this year's staging of the Miss CSS Talented Teen Pageant.
All right.
Greetings, everyone. I am your dazzling delegate number 2, 15-year-old Kalia Powell, proudly sponsored by the Nelson Spring Water in this year's Miss Charleston Secondary School Talented Teen Pageant.
I am Kejana Hill, and I am proudly sponsored by Paradise Sun, your one-stop adventure partner, ambassador number 3 in this year's grand return of the Miss Charleston Secondary School Pageant.
Greetings. I am Miss Inter-Island Transportation Services, Malikwa Pete, your contestant number 4 in this year's Miss CSS Pageant. Remember, it's contestant number 4 for sure.
All right, so we have a big deal. It's a big deal. We have 4 beautiful young ladies, and now you know we have the contestants here with us for the upcoming Miss CSS pageant. Now, October 18th, the place to be is the NEDAX Cultural Complex, right? Because these radiant young ladies will have so much to share with all of you. We'll get to know the young ladies a bit, ask them a few questions and interact with them so that you can know exactly who's entering Miss CSS. Now, CSS is also celebrating, it's a whole year of celebrations, a milestone year, 75 years of excellence. And these young ladies are just a small indication of the level of excellence that represents the Charlestown Secondary School. And so, as students and young ladies who align yourself with excellence, can you tell us what exactly inspired you to enter the Miss CSS pageant? We'll start with Shani.
I entered this pageant because when I grow up, I want to be a model. So I think this is I entered into this pageant because when I grow up, I want to be a model. So I think this is a good way to start my journey.
Okay, an aspiring model, and I think that you have made a good choice because you're preparing yourself for the greater things to come. Kalia?
Well, I saw this as an opportunity to come out of my shy zone. It's always been my dream to enter a pageant from since I was a small girl, and I would always find myself looking up to pageant queens.
Okay, wonderful. Kejane?
I entered this pageant for my love of pageantry. I'm currently the reigning Miss Earth Princess, and I just wanted to showcase my talent.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
I entered this year's pageant because of my love for the pageants, and I aspire to be Miss Culture Queen one day, and I've been entering pageants for a while now, and I just love doing it, so
Okay.
it's good.
Wonderful. So we see persons here, and everyone is here for a different reason, but I think that all of you will get so much out of this experience, and you have a lot to learn, and you have been learning a lot. If someone were to walk up to you and say, what qualities do you think make you a strong candidate for the Miss CSS crown? What qualities do you have? What is unique about you? What is that thing that you have that will make you a strong candidate, or maybe even the best candidate for the Miss CSS crown? How would you respond?
I would respond by saying I am very well-rounded, and I manage my time by being on social life and school time at the same time.
Okay, so you're finding your balance between your, yes, and that's good, because sometimes we focus too much on one thing and it kind of throws us off balance. So I'm happy that you have been able to find that balance. What about you, Kalia?
I would say my determination. Anything I put my mind to, I stay committed, and the outcome would always come out positive.
Okay, wonderful. Kejane?
I would say I'm confident, and I don't have social anxiety, so I'm really confident with everything I do, and I'm not afraid of the public or anything, so I would say confident.
Confidence. All right, Malikwa.
As Kejane, I would say confidence as well. For some who know me, I'm a very fun, bubbly girl, and I'm not afraid to put myself out there for everyone to see and hear. So yes, I'm very confident as well.
Okay. So you've talked about your confidence, your determination, the ability to balance, and those are attributes that I think are very admirable. And so we'll take a break in a second, but we have one more question before the break. And my question is, who is your biggest role model, and how has that person influenced your journey? Who is, in your mind, your biggest role model? And maybe you have multiple, but pick one of them and tell us, how has that person influenced your journey?
My biggest role model is Naomi Campbell. She is a model as well, and she is confident, and she's just confident, and I like that about her.
Okay, wonderful. So, and I thought that they might have been too young to know Naomi Campbell, but yes, wonderful. She is an example, an excellent example of that field. Go ahead, Kalia.
My biggest role model is my cousin, Kadima Blanchett. She's actually one of the best reigning queens, and she has entered multiple pageants. I just love that she is a very nice young lady, and I look up to her, and I want to be a pageant queen like her.
Okay, wonderful. Kejane?
My role model will be my mother, because she's a very hardworking woman, and to me, she's very determined in whatever she does. So she would be my perfect role model, because I love her, and she sets everything out for me,
Wonderful. I love that. Go ahead, Malikwa.
My biggest role model would have to be my wonderful auntie, Miss Nakita Thibu. I always aspire to be like her and my other auntie, because they're both queens, and You know, they're very confident and they're well known to be amazing ladies, and I would like to have that, you know, said about me as well, like good things said about me wherever I go, and that's what I like about them and my, you know, my mommy.
All right. So, and what I love about your response is that we get to see persons who you admire, who you may not have met as yet in life, but you also get to admire persons who you engage with, and that I think sets the tone for all persons listening, our boys and girls, our parents themselves as well, for them to understand that they can be examples and that anyone in the community can be an example, and that persons are looking at us in all that we do. Girls, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back in just a second and we'll continue the conversation. I'm really loving it, and I hope that our listeners and viewers are having a great time listening to you as well.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. This storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education ETAL, and we are here with you this morning. It's always great when I have students in the house, and we have some amazing students in the house. We have the representatives from the upcoming Miss CSS Pageant, the 75th anniversary pageant, in fact. And they're here, they've been sharing a little bit about themselves, and so we'll continue the conversation. And our aim, listeners and viewers, is to make sure that everyone out there, call everybody you know, let them tune in, because everyone out there has to be at the NEDAX Cultural Complex on October 18th. Everybody has to be there to support these amazing young ladies. All right, so Shana, we're going to come back to you, and we are having the conversation, ladies and gentlemen, in the order of the parents. And so, Shanae, tell us a bit. We're going to talk a bit about your academic journey and your personal goals. We know a little bit already. We know that you want to be a model. But we're going to learn a bit more about you. What subjects excite you the most? Or you can pick one subject. So what subject or subjects excite you the most?
One subject that excites me the most is Spanish. It helps me to express myself in a different language and connect with other people.
Okay, wonderful. Who's your Spanish teacher this year?
I don't remember her name.
Oh, you have a new Spanish teacher?
Yeah.
So that was most likely going to be Mrs. Dawson? Yes. All right. Okay, Kalia, what about you?
Well, this is actually a challenging. I do love office administration, but if I had to choose one, it would definitely be social studies, because it teaches us about our federation and important benefits that everyone should have in their life.
Okay, and who's your social studies teacher this year?
Mrs. John. Hashtag shout out to my favorite social studies teacher, Mrs. Renisha Hobson. Yeah.
All right. I love the use talk. Hashtag shout out. All right. Go ahead, Kajana. Sorry.
For me, the subject I would pick is biology. I just started it this year, but I really enjoy it, and I would like to be a nurse one day, so I feel like this would help, and I feel like it will be an interesting subject to learn.
Okay. Wonderful. And who's your biology teacher this year? Because I think that person deserves a shout out. It's already in your top list, and you just
Miss Camus.
Oh, Miss Camus. All right. Okay. What about you, Maliqua?
My favorite subject has got to be Principles of Business. It's a very good subject. I love my teacher, and I aspire to be a business lawyer in the near future, and it's just really helping me. It's a fun class, very interactive, so yes.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so, and who's your teacher?
My teacher is Miss Felicia Hanley.
Awesome. So, and all of your teachers, I realize so far, are female, so I'm hoping that I can see that they're also inspiring you to go into productive citizens within our society. So you've talked about your favorite subject, and I know that as Shannon talked about earlier, the balance, the importance of balance, and I know it's a new space for most of you, especially because you're now in the final chapters of your secondary school journey, and it's getting a little bit more intense, right? But tell me, how have you been able to balance your schoolwork and prepare for the pageant? How have you been able to find that balance? Your schoolwork and preparing for the pageant, making sure that you're successful in both.
It's very tiring, but sometimes you just have to learn, and as you learn, it has a positive outcome. So everything happens for a reason.
Okay, wonderful. And so you know that in life some things are going to be tiring, they're going to be difficult, they're going to be new. And usually when you're growing, when you're doing something new, it takes a while to adjust. So I love that. Okay, Kalia?
Well, to me it's been really challenging, but I tend to have study sessions with my mom. After practice, she will help me with a subject that I may have some difficulty with, and yeah.
Okay, good. So you're finding that space.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Till?
For me, it's really hard, but I try to do my schoolwork first and then, put in the practice after. But yeah, it can be easy, but it also is challenging because you have to practice and still make sure my schoolwork is okay.
What about you, Michael?
It's a really challenging thing to do, seeing that, especially if you have late night practices and it's usually starts after school. You don't really have the time to do it after school, and you have to wait until you get home around 8 or 7 to do it, and you go to sleep late. It's just really challenging, but if it means I will come out as Miss CSS, that's worth it.
It's worth it. And let me tell you, as you go through life, your academic, you're finishing your high school career, if you decide to go to college, or if you decide to, whatever your next step is, you're always going to have to find that balance. And at first, it is always going to be a bit of a challenge. However, I see that you have the right mindset, so I'm not even fearful. I know that you'll be successful with whatever you put your hands to, okay? All right, so your next question. And then some of you have answered it in some respect, but if you can expound a bit more, in terms of your future goals, what are the ways in which this pageant is helping you, and the school itself, not just the pageant? How is CSS as a school, and of course, because we're focused on this pageant, helping you to prepare to achieve your goals? So how is your school helping you to achieve your goals? And if you want to narrow in on how the pageant itself is helping you to achieve whatever goals you have. I've heard a little bit of it come out, so I know this is an easy question for you, but we're going to go over to you, Jenny.
It helps me to stay positive and confident at all time. It helps me with academics and helps me to be a well-rounded person.
Wonderful. Clea?
This pageant, it helps me to stay committed. It helps me, it helps me in my language also, for my interview, my speech. It's really a good way to set your goals for the future.
Wonderful. Kejine?
For me, once again, I would say it helps with confidence, because if I want to be a nurse, you always have to interact with people. So I feel like it really helps me with that, and it keeps me, not being afraid to, So I feel like it also helps me with confidence, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And Malika?
It really humbles me seeing that I want to be in the law. It's not really easy to get into law, and the teachers this year have been really, not everything is going to be good at first, but when you get into it, it's going to be good. So I would say it's really humbling seeing that I have to work really, really hard to get what I want. So if it means I have to do 100 classes to get my dream job, I will do it.
All right, so I'm hearing a strong perseverance, the dedication, the confidence coming out, and I'm loving it. I think that we're ready for a senior pageant because you have been handling yourself so well. I want to commend you and commend all the persons who have been working with you for doing such an exceptional job. I've heard you use the word confidence a lot. You said we're confident, we're building confidence. That's something. When you hear that word, if you're anywhere and you hear that word, what does it mean to you as a young woman? What does it mean, that word confidence, as a young woman? Not just as a student, not just as a young person, but specifically as a young woman. What does the word confidence mean to you? And if you want to say what it looks like and give examples, you can do that as well.
To me, confidence means no matter what type of situation you're in, be bold and having a beauty standard. If you think you love yourself and the way you look, that is you having confidence in yourself.
Beauty standard. I'm stealing that, okay? All right. Go ahead, Kalia.
Being confident is a lot to me, because you can walk into any room with your head held high and you don't care what anybody says, whether it's negative. Just always stick to the positive, and whatever you believe, you would always achieve. So being confident it means a lot to me, because I don't care what nobody says about me. I know what I am and I know my standards. Thank you.
Perfect. Because you will meet persons in life who may not speak positively, so you have to be able to have that stance. Yajane?
For me, confidence, it helps you do anything you put your mind to and achieve your goals better, because if you know you can do something, you for sure can achieve it. So I feel like confidence is really good for someone to have.
All right, so we're going to take Malikwa, and then we're going to go for a break, and then we'll be back. Malikwa, tell us, when you hear the word confidence, what does that mean to you as a young woman?
Confidence means a lot to me, especially being in the pageantry business. They will have some people who have negative things to say about you, whether it's good. Whether you're doing a good job, they will still find something negative to say. And as long as you are confident, you say, okay, I'm going into this show, I'm doing good, I'm coming out on top. If you stick to that, it doesn't matter what anybody says. As long as you did good, it's going to be okay. You don't have to listen to what anybody says. That's what confidence means to me. I don't care what nobody says about me. I just, try to do my best.
All right, so I'm hearing a lot of focus happening. Mrs. Paris has a nice little group of lionesses here who are going to forge ahead, and they're setting their goals and they're going towards them. And like you said, all of you I think alluded to it, that sometimes people will say things that are not the most positive, but you're focused and you're making sure that you're achieving those positive goals. We'll take a short break, listeners and viewers, and we'll be right back to continue the conversation with our Miss CSS pageant contestants.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
All right, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. It is a very special, a monumental Youth on the Go because we have some young ladies here with us who have been representing their school with distinction. And in case you did not know which school I'm talking about, I'm going to call it the home of the lions and lionesses. We have 4 of the young lionesses here. We also have the head lioness. You'll hear from her later on. But we have them, and they've been doing an exceptional job. Charlestown Secondary School has celebrated this year their 75th anniversary, and the upcoming Miss CSS pageant, which is scheduled to take place on October 18th. And that's not the only activity coming up, but that's the one we're focused on this morning. So on October 18th, we will hear from the hear from and see these young people right here in the studio with us, and they'll be able to share some of their talents and, of course, share a bit about their school. It will be at the NEDAX Cultural Complex starting at 8 p.m. Okay? And I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to say it now so you can start putting aside because payday is around the corner. Adults, $25 and $30. So early bird, $25, $30 at the gate. High school students, $15 early bird, $20 at the gate. And the children who are not in high school, $10 early bird, $15 at the gate. I suggest you find your way to CSS and get the early bird and save yourself some money. If you lose out on that, don't worry about it. You can still pay at the gate because no matter what, you should be right here supporting these lovely ladies in the house with us today. We're going to focus a bit on the CSS and the 75th anniversary celebrations, young ladies, and we'll talk about what the milestone, this 75th anniversary milestone, what does it mean to you as a student of CSS? And I know you've been through some of the anniversary celebrations so far. I was at the launch event. You've had other activities happening, and so you've heard a lot about the history of your school. What has the celebration, this milestone celebration, meant to you as a student?
To me, it means a lot. It has shown that we have overcome many challenges, and we are going to continue inspiring the future.
All right, wonderful.
This CSS turning 75 means a lot to me because this shows that the school would have been around for decades, and even people like architects and lawyers and even the premier of Nevis would have come to the gates of the Charlestown Secondary School.
Wonderful. So you're associating yourself with the Center of Excellence. Go ahead, Ms. Hill.
CSS turning 75 years also means a lot to me because, as Kalia said, the premier, architects, lawyers, a lot of successful people have come from CSS, and I feel like that's a very, very big achievement.
Wonderful. All right, Malikwa?
75 means a lot to me. Seeing the joy and pride of all of the lions, people are very proud of us. And, you know, it's really good to say I come from the home of excellence, especially seeing the premiere, how well he's doing, some lawyers, famous, cricketers, athletes, very own Troy Nisbet. He went to the Olympics last year. He did a very good job, represented Nevis and our school. It's really nice and exciting.
All right, so you've learned about a lot of the persons who have contributed to the 75 years of success. And as I said, you're part of that journey because you attended, or you are attending, and you were part of the milestone mark, the 75th anniversary milestone mark. And so you've had at least 3 years at CSS so far. Reflect and tell us, what is your favorite memory at CSS to date? And we know you'll get some more favorite memories. It's just the beginning, right? But so far, what has been your favorite memory at CSS?
My favorite memory was we had a fun day in first form, and there were slip and slides and pools, and I really enjoyed that as an individual.
Okay.
Well, my favorite memory of the Charleston Secondary School will be around the sports. I just love the pride and the school spirit. Yes, I love the energy, and yes, from the principal, Miss Nicola Huggins Paris. It's really exciting to be a part of that.
All right. Virginie?
Well, I have a lot of memories from CSS, but one of my favorite is when we have walkathon and you see all of us coming out and, just having fun and enjoying ourselves. So I would say walkathon.
Walkathon? Okay, so I'm hearing a mixture. Go ahead, Malikwa.
As Kalia, I really like the sports term, especially cross countries, the road relay, you have to be there, to witness everything. And it's really nice to see some parents coming out, running with their children. That's such a joyful, bubbly feeling inside, and I can't wait for that time to come around again.
Wow. All right, so I'm hearing a nice mixture, and you're actually giving Mrs. Paris some ideas, because now she knows, at least she gets a glimpse of what the students are saying and what are the things that they like, and help them to continue to be a part of and to be proud to be part of the CSS family. So, if you were given the opportunity to implement one positive change, think about all the things at CSS. If you had the opportunity to implement one positive change at the Charlestown Secondary School, what would that change be and why? One positive change, what would that be and why? Go ahead, Shanae. Go ahead, Shanae. Okay, anybody want? Anybody can start. What would be your one positive change and why?
I would say installing ceiling fans, because the place is so hot, and after lunchtime students come back and you're feeling very hot. And being cool make you relax and even pay attention when class.
Okay, so some ceiling fans. You might have to go on a drive.
As Kalia said, I would also like to implement the fans, because the place is very, very hot, and a lot of students have to walk to get their lunch, and when they come back, it's just really, really hot. And I feel like it will also help us concentrate more and be more focused, because it's a lot of heat.
Well, I'm going to challenge both of you, because you both brought the same concept. I want to know from you, how would we be able to ensure that the students take care of the fans and not destroy them? What part do you think you can play in ensuring that the students, or at least trying to get the message across, that the students should take care of the fans once you get them?
Well, that's why I said ceiling fans and not the standing fans.
Okay.
Because, some children tend to destroy things, but I think once it's in the ceiling, they shouldn't get it. But if they do, they have a cost to pay.
Okay, wonderful. All right. And so who else is ready for us? So tell us, if you had to implement one change.
I would do more social activities for us, some fun days, going down to the park, just fun activities more than just being in school all the time.
All right. So, Shanae, I love that. And by the way, viewers, you can't see Headlioness, but she's taking notes like crazy over here. So these girls are already implementing change with their platforms this year. Okay. Is there anything that you can think of that you would like any children to not do anymore? You think teachers can do better? Anything at all?
Well, I don't want to say it, but I will have to say homework.
All right. So no, sometimes when you have the opportunity, you use the opportunity. So tell us a bit about homework. What's your concern and what would be your change?
Because now we have about 9 subjects, so having more than 3 homeworks in one day is kind of challenging, that I still have to manage practice and school life at the same time.
Okay, so homework is something you want us to take a closer look at.
Yes.
Maybe not removing it altogether because there is value, but perhaps looking at the amount.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you on that one. All right, our next question. If you are crowned Miss CSS, how would you represent and promote your school altogether? How would you represent, or what ways do you think you can represent and promote your school outside of the pageant? If you were to be crowned Miss CSS, what are some of the ways that you think you could represent your school and promote your school during your reign?
I would go to other schools and help them with things they need, like backpacks, textbook, and other things students are in need of. And if they need any, well, with my money, some of my money, I will contribute on buying them textbooks, well, the school textbooks.
All right, so you might need some support.
Notebooks.
Yes, you might need some support at least until you become an adult. So I see some drives coming on to get some support in that. I'm loving it. What about you, Kalia? If you were to be crowned Miss CSS, how would you represent and promote your school during your reign?
If I was to be crowned Miss CSS, I will get the youth more in activities and get the youth involved in more activities. I would also invest in stuff for other schools, like maybe toilet papers or soaps, and even backpacks or notebooks for the school, chalkboards, markers for whiteboards, and yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Kajane?
For me, I would encourage other young girls to have confidence to do stuff like this all the time, and just be an ambassador for the school and just have confidence and encourage them.
Okay, wonderful. And Malikwa?
For me, I would do an elderly food drive, like giving back to the elderlies of my community and other communities as well, because they are in need, and just like us, they would want to have some good food, and and I will also have a talk, like a sit-down talk, welcoming all the younger girls to have a talk about and encouraging them to be a part of, upcoming pageants, and, teaching them how to model, teaching them how to, be out there, talk, and be confident. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Wonderful. I love all of the ideas, and I think that once you have the opportunity to, and the support, because at your age you'll need some support to do some of the or implement some of the initiatives that you have identified, I think you'll go a long way. So we're getting close to the wrap up. I have one more general question, and then I'll allow you to promote the show. Each of you will get a chance to promote the show. But tell me, what message would you like to share with your fellow students and supporters listening today? Those listening and viewing, tell us, what message would you like to share with your fellow students and supporters who are listening and viewing today. And we don't have to go in order of appearance. Anybody who's ready to start, you can just indicate and we can go that way. Okay, let me ask the question again. What message would you like to share with your fellow students and supporters who are listening and viewing today? And we're going to start with Malikwa.
I would encourage everyone watching to always be kind. You don't know what anyone is going through. They could be having a bad, they could be having a family argument at home, then coming to school. They don't need you on their backs, bullying them and so on. Teachers, students, everyone. Bullying happens in different types of ways. You could say something about them. You could say something about their smell. They're right there. You don't need to be talking about them like that. So I encourage all of you guys to be kind. Parents, you don't know what is going on in your child's social life. So I would encourage you to always, look out for them and be kind to them. Don't be giving them a hard time about the dishes and, and yes, I just encourage everyone to be kind because you don't know what they're going through.
All right, thank you, Malikwa. And of course, kindness matters, and I love that. Anybody else, if you had a message, if you had the opportunity to share a message, and you have it now, with your fellow students and supporters listening and viewing, what would that message be?
I would say, well, if my mother is watching, I would say, please, I am balancing school and still pageant. At home, please just ease off under work, the housework.
All right, and I guess that message can extend to parents on a
Yes.
whole. Children are balancing a lot. Maybe you can look at looking at what they have and helping them with that balance. Mother, if she's not listening, this is on we can go back and watch together, okay? All right, so we have Kalia and Kejane. Either one of you can go next. What message would you like to share with your fellow students and supporters listening today or viewing today?
I would say always have a positive mindset. That matters in anything and everything that you do. No matter what negative people say, keep your head up and always shine bright like the star that you are.
Wonderful. And I'm guessing that you were from the home of the stars. Before you were a lioness. I'm hearing it. All right, Miss Hill?
I would say to always push yourself to achieve your goals and make sure that you do your work and stay on time with everything. Listen to your parents, respect your elders, and also still just be kind to everyone and just be hardworking and determined to achieve your goals.
Wonderful. And I want to applaud you ladies, and I'll tell you why. You are using this opportunity to share nuggets of wisdom, to motivate. Even if you don't realize it, I know the person's listening to you. I am motivated, and I know the person's listening and viewing online are also motivated. Some persons say, well, young people don't have so much to offer, and they sometimes say negative things about young people. And I know that each of you today has shown our country that our young people, our young ladies, still have a lot to offer and are making positive contributions to the development of our island and our federation, and I dare say our world. I'll give you a chance at this point to promote the show, to encourage persons to come on out, to support you, to support the school. I'll give you that chance to promote the show, so each person will get a chance to encourage others to join us on October 18th. Once again, anyone can go first. Okay, Kalia?
I'm inviting you all to come on out on Saturday, October 18th to see me and my 3 fellow contestants vie for the title Miss CSS 2025, where we celebrate our history by honoring our past while we inspire our future. Remember, I am your lucky star, shining so bright and true. I am your dazzling delegate number 2, Miss Nelson Spring Kalia Powell.
All right, thank you so much, Kalia, and shout out to Nelson Spring for coming on board and sponsoring Miss Kalia Contestant number 2. All right, who's next to promote the show and get everyone, because when you're finished, you will help me and help Mrs. Paris and help everybody to get everybody there. So let them know that they should come on out. Go ahead, Kejane.
The place, Nidax Cultural Complex. The date, Saturday, October 18th. The time, 8 p.m. sharp, where the vibes will be unmatched with an explosion of energy blasting through the roof. Always remember, the hill is at the top.
All right, Miss Hill. So if you missed it, Miss Hill says that you should come on out because the hill is at the top. Okay. All right, Malikwa.
I encourage the general public to come on out on Saturday, October 18th to witness the staging of the Miss CSS 2025. Remember, it's contestant number 4 for sure. You don't want to miss this.
Awesome. Great job. And so over to you, Shanae.
Did I hear somebody say where? The place to be is the Nidax Cultural Complex, 8 p.m. sharp, on October 18th, as me and my fellow 3 contestants vie for the crown. And don't forget, the journey begins with Shanae Flynn.
Okay, so we have Miss Flynn, Islander Water Sports, Nevis Islander Water Sports. We have Miss Nelson Spring, Kalia Powell. We have Miss Paradise Sun in the person of Miss Kejane Hill. And we have Miss Itzy, Inter-Island Transportation Services, Inc., in the person of Miss Malikwa Peets, and they want you to be at the Nidax Cultural Complex on October 18th. And of course, we've put out a clarion call that everybody has to be there. So I hope that everybody understands the assignment. Ladies, I want to say thank you for joining me here on Youth on the Go this morning. This show is really all about you, and so we thank you for being here. We want to say thank you to CSS for allowing you the opportunity to get the exposure through this platform. I am going to, we can't end the show without having the headliners featuring. So I'm going to transition. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, listeners and viewers, Headliness will take over. She'll take us through the rest of the calendar and make sure that we all understand the assignment. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll transition over to Mrs. Nicola Huggins Paris, Headliness at the Charlestown Secondary School.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. This storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Let's go. It's Youth on the Go. And I am here. The lioness is on the rise. So don't you ever have doubt. Yes, indeed. These 4 beautiful ladies, they are on the rise. They are up and they are ready to roar from door to door and shore to shore. Any lionesses in the building? Roar. Lovely. They are indeed ready. And so I have been tasked with this simple task to tell you about the 75 years that the Charlestown Secondary School has been in existence. Now, please, we are saying there are a few more activities set and ready to go for this year to culminate our 75th anniversary celebrations. Coming up on the 27th of September, please write it down. The 27th of September, we have the 75th anniversary production. What is that about? Some students have been at the Charlestown Secondary School for 10 whopping years. We are saying, isn't it time for them to graduate? They need to get out of here. Are those your thoughts as well? We are saying, come on out on the 27th of September and see if they will qualify to graduate. That production comes off again at the NIDAX Cultural Complex. Make sure you are there. Make sure you show up and make sure you're there on time, because you can't afford to miss even a of that production. Now, we also have coming up our gala, the 75th anniversary gala. Now, we have always been coming around and asking for your contribution and so on. Now, we want to recognize 10 amazing individuals who have contributed to the Charlestown Secondary School over the years. The longest serving principal. Anybody knows who that is? Think. I'll give you. It's Mr. Edson Elliott. He is among the awardees. We are saying, come out. The cost of the ticket is $200 easy dollars. We are saying, put that $200 aside. Come on out and support the Elliott family. The contribution that he has made to the Charlestown Secondary School is unmatched, and we just want to award and appreciate him. We have persons like Mr. Jermaine Bartlett, Mr. Dwight Morton, Miss Margaret Sutton. We have Mr. Leroy Paris Jr., we have Mrs. Dora Stevens, Mrs. Ruth Warner. We have one of our students. We have one current student on the list who we really want to recognize, and he is none other than Mr. Mitchell Boren. We have one business that we want to recognize, Nevis Multiline, and we have, I'm saving, should I say the best for last? How many of you have encountered Evans, Miss Victoria Atherton? We are recognizing these 10 stalwarts, these 10 individuals who have contributed to the Charlestown Secondary School, and we're saying, come, get your ticket, be a part of this celebration. 75 years, come on, it's time for us to recognize some persons and to show our love and appreciation. Be present at the award ceremony. It will be at the Four Seasons Resort. We are saying, show up. $200 easy dollars. Get your tickets at the school. All tickets can be had at the school. We also have some tickets at Divinity Touch downtown, and we have some by V's Bar as well. We are saying show up. And last but by no means least, the 75th anniversary pageant. The last time we had a pageant was when? Anybody knows?
2007.
Wow, the girls are aware. 2017. Anybody knows who would have been the winner of that show? Contestant number one. Right, her name was Tasanya Wilkinson, and so she has been reigning for 8 years. We are saying it's time for you to come out and witness who will be the winner of Miss CSS 2025 on this, our 75th anniversary. I want to say to everybody, thank you for listening. Youth on the Go. Have a wonderful week. Join us again next week for another episode of Youth on the Go. Any lions in the building? Roar! Yes, indeed, the lions are here, and we continue to roar from door to door and shore to shore. See you at our celebrations.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning.